All right, so this article is about, oh yeah, this part two of the 200,000 plus property foreclosures in first half of 2026. We're still in the comments section, sure in the second half. So comments about Lazy Dog, 8-3 on this comment, meaning 8 up votes to 3 down votes. Said boomers had an income to purchase ratio radically closer together. If today's minimum wage had the same purchase power of 1975, it would have been 66 an hour. Boomers are so wildly out of touch of today's reality that you can't even talk about finances with them. Wow. They are mentally void of anything that doesn't pertain to them. Interesting. Their dinosaur logic is dystopian and modern reality. Don't even engage them. It's like talking to a fire hydrant. 9 upvotes to 3 downvotes. Wow. Someone replied, premium member 3 upvotes to 1 downvote. So the, the minimum wage was 210 and 75. That equates to 1346 right now today. Just because you're young and stupid doesn't mean you should at least check your math. And by the way, in 1975, no one in a minimum wage job was buying a house, even though all you kids seem to think that's what was happening. 3 upvotes to 1 downvote. Mm. Let me see what else. Free money 449. Upvotes 34. Downvotes 2 on this comment. Profile name Lightwork. He says, I am getting tired of the phrase high mortgage interest rates in these articles. From a historical sense, aren't they at typical levels? Someone replied, 9-1 on this comment, said true. The problem is hedge funds and speculators. Capitalism. Let's see what else comment section. Looking at the comment section. Someone said, how many of these were shitty built McMansions? 13 upvotes and 0 downvotes. Someone replied, lots. Someone, someone said in 2020, everyone and their mother bought up all the homes on his grandma's street, and the same 5 McMansions were built, all ugly, and now the market has went down 30%. He said, I feel so good about it, most people deserve it. They rushed into it to the point where the builders said, F it, I'll hire immigrants to build extra homes and stick beer bottles into the walls instead of insulation. Wow. 8-1 on that comment. Also, here was 11-0 in his comment. He said, the story leaves out the only important data. Who is defaulting? Are these long-term American citizens? Green card holders? Visa holders? Etc. People who were given preferential treatment by the government for housing loans? Question mark. But maybe now their fraud business is being shut down, so they're taking their ill-gotten gains and fleeing back to Shitsylvania. He said Shitsylvania, not Pennsylvania, but Shitsylvania. Wow, question mark. Huh. Are these houses owned by outright illegals who are getting deported? Question mark. And yes, Felicia, we've seen over and over and over and over again that illegals bought houses, ran businesses, had driver's licenses, and social security numbers. We're given large, we're, we're living large on fed government freebies, etc. Much of this is getting shut down. Are those the people defaulting? Question mark. In other words, utterly useless article which does nothing to examine what's going on. 12 to 0. Profiling and typical. Yeah, that was a premium comment type. That was an MVP type comment, yeah, for part two so far. I thought you'd be a premium member with that type of comment. Someone replied exactly, and they will be financially responsible legacy citizens for bad as usual. Mm, legacy citizens, wow. 9 to 0 in this comment. I'm not gonna read that. Let's see what else they say. 9 to 1 on this comment. Someone said bank loans are money is printed out of thin air. The U.S. taxpayer is one that backs this funny money with their labor and their false belief in their fiat currency. In the Fed Reserve and revoke the federal income tax. The U.S. can return to the prosperity it had before the Rothschilds and Bank of London scams cooped the U.S. economy. Wow. 9 to 1 on that comment. Someone said I remember early 80s Toronto was 21%, but you could buy a house for 70,000. Wow. See what else they say in the comment section. 6 to 0 in the comments. Someone said a lot of that COVID scam money is evaporating. The money was thrown all over the place. Payroll protection plans, PPP, protection plans, PPP, and outright theft is being exposed. Overhiring is taking its toll. Also, the jibby jabs are dropping at a steady rate. Wow, much like my experience with in-laws when they checked out a month apart in their late 80s a couple of years ago. He said, I saw how poor the finances were, which I had to clean up. Um, 6 to 0 in his comments where he said, actually, this may not be what it appears. In bad times, banks delay foreclosure. They don't want them showing on the books. When times improve, banks start up process again. They want the house now to resell. It says lots of NY plates in our neighborhood. Exit is in the making. Question mark. His profile name is Soap Check Security LLC. During COVID, they were putting handwritten notes in mailboxes of houses they like. We're not at that stage, but the uptick in NY plates is clear once again. Someone replied, 5 to 0. So I used to work for a division of a top 5 home and auto insurer in the USA. A unique situation developed in places outside of NY, like in Scranton, Pennsylvania, when COVID hit. Houses, not one but many that were listed at 250. Rats, a three-bedroom ranch again in Scranton, where the Office television show was fictionally located. Office were being sold for 600,000 cash to someone fleeing NYC. To their credit, the underwriter would offer 250,000 in home policy coverage, not a dollar more, and certainly not 600,000. Underwriters would explain that everything returns to the mean. While someone said Trump depression at work, 6 upvotes to 1 downvote. So condescending, arrogant. Someone said private equity vultures are picking up foreclosure auctions here in my region. 4 upvotes to 1 downvote on this comment. Interesting. He said private equity vultures, wow, are picking up foreclosure auctions here in my region. Fed keeps printing fiat, handing it to them 0 interest. They go and buy up all the homes, throw them on the rental market 1 week later. Not a single unit was sold to a family for their primary residence slash homestead. 5 upvotes to 1 downvote. Profile name condescending arrogance. Someone said Trump's voodoo economics is destroying America. 4 upvotes to 2 downvotes. Someone said it makes sense people are skipping starter homes and overextending themselves. Look at the locations too, all high real estate markets. Someone said there are no starter homes available. Foreigners and flippers jump on them like flies on crack. These people have inside info. Wow, you said foreigners and flippers jump on them like flies on crack. Wow. So they mean they super big those starter homes off the market. These people have inside info too. Wow, insider info. They know things before the property even hits the market. They anticipate certain properties hitting the market and ready to pounce on them when they do. Most of them are never even listed on the MLS. Interesting. Someone said trillions for war, 3-0. Someone said property taxes are also messing up things for people. And this is the thing, yeah, real estate housing payment is going to be your most expensive payment you will make, other than vehicle payments and then grocery payments, and then like your phone, electronic payments. Housing payments are the most expensive payments you're ever gonna make. Just to be able to, have access to housing, you're gonna pay the most, for that. As you see, we have $1 million property money. $500,000 property for the average vehicle. You're gonna pay less for that because what the average vehicle, new vehicle at 50, close to 50, which is 10 times less than the average property, 500. And groceries and smartphone, which is a lot cheaper, especially smartphone. The groceries can rival, especially a cheaper vehicle payment. Maybe it's already paid off on vehicle, or you only paying on the registration and insurance and maintenance, oil changes and things like that, etc. So yeah, that's what it is, man. For this article, part 2 on the foreclosures. Uh, Let me see if I can say anything else. An average salary should be able to afford an average price home in the Fed. Yeah, that's the thing. We have it where an average salary does not afford an average price home. We have it where an above average salary affords the average home. And we need a super duper above average salary to afford a above average home. And if you have a below average salary, you can hardly even afford housing at all. Alright, so that's what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. And someone said when institutions can recover their investment, they are more inclined to foreclose. They would tend to defer foreclosures when the region is stressed, and they defer taking title until prices rebound, and then the foreclosure process begins anew. The borrower remains on the hook as a result of the note they signed to repay any shortfall unless the note is canceled. Interesting. All right, so that's what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, man.